Hi, and welcome to another InventRight.com TV show. My name is Andrew Krause. I co-founded InventRight with Stephen Key about 18 years ago now. It's been a long time. And we coach and mentor inventors. You can check out more about us on InventRight.com. A lot of great resources on there. So what I want to talk to you today about is taking action. It's more important to take action than to have great ideas. I would put my money on an inventor that just had a good idea and took a lot of action over an inventor with a great idea and just took a little action any day. And so I've talked about this topic before, but I want to go into more detail. It's very important to practice everything. To practice sending emails to companies, to practice making sell sheets, to practice making your list of companies, to practice contacting a long list of companies. A lot of companies aren't going to be interested. To practice and observe. It's very, very important. I know with our InventRight students, if you're a coaching student of ours, we give lots of, you're able to check in with your coach. But as a fan, you're not able to do that, So you're going to need to practice a lot and make observations. Yes, you can get our book, One Simple Idea, you can watch this show, but you're not going to have somebody to bounce these things that happen to you off of. So be very observant and practice, and be okay with things not working out quite right. This one thing that I can say that I think is going to help you the most is you really can't mess it up. Unless you use a four-letter word with the potential licensee, or you really act like a crazy person, you really can't mess it up. You could contact that same company 3 weeks later and they won't remember you. It's okay. So I can't really think of a lot of things that you're going to mess up so that you can't contact them again. It would be very rare. And so I think this perfectionism that most people have is going to slow you down. So if you're going to do this on your own, you need to practice. You need to practice everything and do your best. And listen to feedback from potential licensees. And realize that your ideas, if you have any doubts about your ideas do not need to be great. They just need to be good. A person with a good idea that takes action is going to license the product long before an inventor that has great ideas and just only takes a little bit of action and doesn't do what I just said, which is practice, makes observations, adjust. I did a video a little while ago about one of our students, Ani, and she listened to the fact that we always said make your email communications and LinkedIn communications very brief, but she was practicing and was observing like even that might be too long, and so she started using one sentence, and she found that made an improvement. So she was an InventRight student, she had coaching, but she wanted to play with it a little bit. Now, the 10 steps are the 10 steps, so don't dramatically change those because they work. But practicing and making observations is a very, very important thing to do. Taking action, because basically, the second you take action, Stephen and I have said this many, many times before, that's when you're in the game. When you take action, when you call that first company, that's when you're in the game. So if you aren't calling companies, you aren't in the game. You're just playing around with things on your own. Nobody knows you exist, nobody sees your product, nobody can ever license it, it can never get to market. So you have to get to that point where you're contacting companies. That is critical. If you don't do that, nothing will ever move forward. So you have to be in this kind of practice taking action mode and realize there's really very little that you can do to mess it up with a company that they're not going to look at it again. Yes, if you act like a complete crazy person, but I don't know, have your wife or your husband or somebody else then call that company if it's really important to you, and they won't remember you. So don't worry about it, just do. And I know this is something that is weird to say to inventors, but more doing, less thinking. And yes, you are thinking when you're practicing and making adjustments and changing things up a little bit for things that aren't working. You are thinking. I'm not saying don't think at all, but just do the 10 steps that we teach and then make adjustments when necessary. And if you contact, for example, 30 companies and one company is like, well, we only take patented ideas, which is a red flag indicator they aren't really open to ideas. Don't make assumptions about the other 29 companies. Even if 3 companies say something, don't make assumptions about the other 29 companies. So, you've got to have that sample size of experience. That sample size of experience means that you've experienced enough where then you can make judgments. But even on working on 1 or 2 projects, you still don't have that full sample size, but you have enough to practice, make adjustments. So take action, practice, make adjustments, make observations, do more, think less, and you will be successful. Thank you, take care, keep inventing, and we'll catch up with you next time. Bye.
Hi, this is Stephen Key, and I just want to thank you for watching InventRight TV. We're here to save you time, save you money, and show you how you can bring your products to market through licensing. So please, subscribe down below, click on the button, and tell your friends. Thank you.